I want to, this is a hangout, but it's not really a hangout because this is going to be more of a rant because I have to somewhere to be, so this isn't going to be a discussion, but it's going to be more of, well, maybe it'll be a discussion. We can trigger a conversation that might be ongoing here, but I want to invite you to consider something. So I see a lot of this terms of warriors and new warriors and peaceful warriors and all this talk about war and fighting, and in the business world there's all this that looking towards business or books about war in terms of business strategies. And what I want you to consider is that the world would be a much better place if we would stop this talking about war and battles and warriors and start talking more about protectors and guardians. See, the world doesn't need any more warriors. In case you haven't noticed, there's enough conflict to go around in the world. That there's conflict in communities, there's conflict all over the world, there's conflict in families with domestic abuse, there's conflict in our schools with bullying, and there's conflict everywhere. And what conflict doesn't need is more warriors, okay? What conflict needs is people that are dedicated to the value of peace and are dedicated to being responsible in creating peace, not only for themselves internally, for their own lives, but in their creating peace in their families and creating peace in their communities. So we don't need any more warriors. So we have plenty of warriors out there. And in my mind, warriors are too many and guardians are too few. We need more guardians and protectors. And if you're going to be a guardian and a protector, you need to identify what you're going to guard and protect. And I would invite you to consider that we start to become guardians of peace and protectors of spirit. And what I mean by spirit is not the religious sense of spirit. Religion has gone and divided spirituality into all these things, or the greater spirit into all these different camps, and it doesn't have to be that way, okay? So when I talk about spirit, I'd invite you to imagine the spark of a child, that laugh, that innocence, that as they explore the world and they just trust that the world will meet their needs, that the world will not harm them, that the world will allow them to explore who they are and bring their gifts into the world. Okay, that's the spirit that needs protection. That's the spirit that needs guardians. All right, so as we go about our day in this world, I'd invite you to become a guardian and a protector of spirit. I'd invite you to become responsible for promoting peace, for practicing peace, not only as a value, but as a skill set. So as you start to get upset, you take the actions and you're responsible to create peace in your own life. And if you don't know how to do that, you seek out somebody who can teach you how to be that, so that we can impact this world in a more peaceable way, not peaceful way where we wish and hope and pray that somehow peace descends upon us from some outside source, but a peaceable way. We are able to create and cultivate peace for ourselves. We're able to create and cultivate peace for our families. And then we're able to band together as peaceable and responsible individuals and create peace as a value for our communities, our schools, our workplaces. And we create this value out of our skill set of being peaceable, and then we band together to protect and guard that peace. I hope that we can start to do that together. I hope that we see fewer warriors and we start to see more protectors and more guardians. Namaste.